2018 Mercedes-Benz GLE-Class SUV Review. Pros: comfortable and powerful, superbly built, well equipped. Cons: rivals cheaper to operate, not the same as GLE-Class, hardly in S-Class in SUV form. If you're thinking the Mercedes-Benz GLS SUV looks familiar, that's considering that the car is in reality a facelift in the model introduced in 2013 because the GLE-Class. Back in 2015 the firm began the entire process of changing what named its cars. All SUVs, barring the iconic Class, employ a GL prefix, as the third letter, the S in cases like this, shows that it sits alongside this class on the pinnacle with the lineup, above GLA, GLC and GLE models. Pity it doesn't feel as if it's class inside. It's an adversary to large 7-seat SUVs such as being the Audi Q7, Range Rover Sport and Volvo XC90, although of these the Audi seems like its most basic alternative. With that under consideration, it's comfortable, spacious and to drive, all traits that'll interest the sort of buyer who usually is true of cars such as this, wealthy folk after their new family car for that school run. It'll work on the rough stuff too, though. Limited Mercedes-Benz GLS engine range, all-wheel drive standard. Most GLS customers will likely be drawn to greater economical on the two power plants, the diesel badged GLS 350D, it's powered using a 3.0-liter V6 turbocharged engine producing 258 horsepower and mated to some smooth-shifting 9-speed automatic gearbox. Officially it returns 35.3 miles per gallon, nevertheless the real-world figure is better 30 miles per gallon. Topping the lineup, which has a performance chasm between it and also the GLS 350D, would be the 6.2-liter V8 petrol engine Mercedes-AMG GLS 63. With a huge 585 horsepower, the two main, 580 kilograms brute can continue to scorch to 62 miles per hour at a standstill in a mere 4.6 seconds. A responsive 7-speed automatic transmission conduits the power for your GLS 63. Whichever you choose to buy, Mercedes' 4MATIC 4-wheel drive product is standard, as they are Airmatic air suspension further assisting the GLS's off-road prowess, varying the ride height to accommodate the conditions with the terrain. The firm's Dynamic Select system has come about as standard, offering various driving modes, all engaged utilizing the rotary control behind kit lever. Pay with the off-road package if you wish the ultimate in turn tackling talent, though. It features an Off-Road Plus mode for that Dynamic Select system along that has a locking center differential and lower-range gearbox, real hardcore off-roading kit. Small Mercedes-Benz GLS lineup, but an array of options. There were two trim levels for most in the GLS's life cycle. AMG line for your 350D as well as the full-fat Mercedes-AMG GLS 63. Joining the product range in 2018 was the luxuriously appointed Grand Edition, but only using the diesel engine. Of course, like a Mercedes, there's a vast array of options to further personalize your vehicle. Many interior themes are no-cost options, so you have the freedom to tweak your vehicle to your liking and never have to spend a fortune. There's an 8.0-inch multimedia screen atop the center console, which features a touchpad for governing the standard command online infotainment system. Both work intuitively, however the display is looking dated now compared to newer, widescreen Mercedes displays. We found the seats to get amazingly comfortable, and fit and finish inside the cabin feels impressive. Unsurprisingly, it's an exceptionally similar design on the previous GLE-Class using a couple of tweaks, but still seems like a premium proposition. What it doesn't sense that isn't S-Class, comfortable, spacious and luxurious, yes, hardly as special because saloon alternative. That said, given its quality, we suspect the GLS will prove for being one tough customer regarding reliability and safety performance. We experienced few issues while using old GL-Class and possess no reason to suspect additional ones now. The verdict: forget briefly that the basis for that Mercedes-Benz GLS SUV gets on a bit, because hardly any other off-roaders can touch it for marrying genuine space for 7 adults, go-anywhere agility along with a high level of luxury. Plus, in the event you desire that in conjunction with eye-widening degrees of performance, then a Mercedes-AMG GLS 63 might be all the vehicle you ever need. It's not without its flaws, and it's also feeling aged compared to other Mercedes-Benz models, however it's an attractive product nonetheless. Watch on for full Mercedes-Benz GLS SUV review, 2 petrol engines to settle on from and one fairly frugal diesel motor. AMG V8 delivers powerful performance. If you're considering a Mercedes-Benz, you've essentially got an uncomplicated choice. If you want something relatively sensible economy-wise, but nevertheless offers a level of briskness, next the GLS 350D diesel could be the one to have. However, in case you're capable where fuel efficiency is of scant consideration, then you might be swayed because of the ferocity on the Mercedes-AMG GLS 63's performance. Mercedes-Benz GLE-Class, diesel engine frugality. Okay. It's not only a paragon of low running costs, but to be a 7-seater luxury SUV, hardly expect the GLS 350D to prove inexpensive to own. However, despite being the entry point to the GLS range inside the UK, the Mercedes is not likely to disappoint many buyers due to its acceptable combination performance and economy. Its 3.0-liter V6 diesel looks slightly lost in the GLS's enormous bonnet, however it's a suitably butch engine for the relatively heavy car. Packing 258 horsepower plus a 620 Nm shove of torque between 1,600 to 400 revolutions per minute, making for effortless overtaking, in addition to aiding off-road driving. Back on asphalt, the GLS 350D incorporates a top speed of 138 miles per hour, even though the 0.62 miles per hour acceleration standard takes 7.8 seconds, ample for the majority of buyers. Drive is distributed to all 4 wheels via an exceptionally smooth 9-speed automatic transmission. Brutal AMG petrol power. Leaving aside any queries about the reasons you might want this type of large SUV being endowed basic scintillating speed, the fact will be the Mercedes-AMG GLS 63 exists. Not only that, its vital statistics require some time for your brain to process. And even if it has crunched the numbers, they still sound extraordinary. In the engine bay nestles a turbocharged 5.5-liter V8 motor, the origin of one with the rudest, rumbliest exhaust notes of a typical current car. Proper chest vibrating stuff for people close by. It cranks out a stunning 585 horsepower, which in addition to 760 Nm of torque from 1,7505, 250 revolutions per minute ensures eye-widening performance. Scorching at a standstill to 62 miles per hour in mere 4.6 seconds, the GLS 63 powers on to an electronically limited top speed of 155 miles per hour. If that's too little, and you've the inclination to perform the excellent AMG driving course, this are going to be unlocked to 168 miles per hour again. 4MATIC 4-wheel drive is standard, but here a 7-speed automatic may be the conduit between axles and engine. Good road holding from air suspension. Optional active curve control aids nimbleness. Off-road package is beneficial, but costs extra. You're never not in every doubt the Mercedes-Benz GLS is usually a large, heavy car, so its cornering abilities are rather hampered with the laws of physics. Despite that, I was pleasantly surprised by the two GLS's agility and the entire body control exhibited. It feels incredibly solid and assured, offering degrees of confidence far beyond the GLS's common remit of urban school running. Sure, you sense a little detached from your driving experience. The attention here is luxurious wafting, not enthusiast-sating handling, and you soon feel confident about its predictability. We found the steering to become well-weighted and accurate. It won't please the keenest of drivers, which consists of feedback, since this is often a 7-seat SUV. The AMG version is much better in this respect. Every GLS includes airmatic air suspension as standard, that permits for sport and comfort modes while using dynamic select control, and variable ride heights. This means it's possible they are driving through water of any depth as much as 600 mm should you're with the maximum ground clearance setting of 306 mm. Optional Mercedes-Benz GLS handling packs available throughout the range could be the active curve system, can be an active roll stabilization package, which ensures you keep the GLS flatter plus more composed through faster corners. It does this using some clever adaptable anti-roll bars in a very similar way for this class saloon. The other optional pack worth mentioning here may be the off-road package, which nets a differential lock and low-range gearbox to aid tackle rough terrain. There are also 3 more ride heights to the suspension together with an off-road plus mode with the dynamic select system. We tested cars using this package on snow, and located an amazingly capable machine offering almost physics-defying quantities of grip and traction control. Lacks modernity of newer Mercedes-Benz is well assembled as well as simple to use high seating position using a commanding view. If you're considering swapping to your Mercedes-Benz GLS through the GL-Class it replaced, then it'll become a case of see the difference, for your changes are few in number. Alterations incorporated different list of instruments, an alternative solution design of steering wheel plus a revised multimedia rotary controller. While it's a good cabin to shell out time in when considered in isolation, sitting within the A-Class, not to mention the pricier S-Class, reveals the length of time Mercedes design has come inside a short period of time. The GLS's center console is topped by the tablet-style multimedia screen that appears like an afterthought compared together with the slick arrangement inside the A-Class, E-Class and S-Class, while there are several buttons which have since been replaced by on-screen menus in newer Benzes. Still, traditionalists will likely be happy that this cruise control strategy is operated by the stalk within the lower left on the steering column, a great, intuitive arrangement that Mercedes has since substituted for wheel-mounted controls. You sit high within the GLS, the vehicle itself feeling enormous surrounding you. Too little headroom is unlikely for being a factor for virtually any drivers. This in turn offers an excellent view out, with fine peripheral visibility, in spite with the thick windscreen pillars. Supple, well-controlled air suspension, supremely comfy seats, room for adults in all of the 3 rows with airmatic air suspension as standard. Comfort is often a Mercedes-Benz GLS hallmark. This really is one relaxing SUV to waft away long journeys. It's a large, soft, comfortable car with tons of cabin space in each and every direction, plus it's one from the few SUVs with genuine space for adults in all its 3 rows of chairs. Authentic 7-seater. We found the leather seats to get particularly impressive, and highly adjustable in order to find an excellent driving position, although top-quality pillow-type headrests found from the rear seats on this Class A conspicuous by their absence. The front seats do have a memory function. This means you can ask the auto to recall a preset driving position on the touch of any button. Front and second row seats are heated too. Second and third row passengers enjoy multitude of room, and it's even possible for the 6-foot-tall passenger to stay in relative comfort inside the 2 rearmost seats, which fold electrically in the boot floor if you don't need them. The middle row folds electrically too, that makes access towards the rear easier. The GLS seems superior to most other cars where driven. This is because, turning it into a true 7-seater. Only the Land Rover Discovery outdoes the GLS for space and supply. Even using a car as large since the GLS, the common panoramic glass sunroof is really a welcome touch. It lets lots of light, making it feel a great deal larger than it is. A trio of trim levels to pick from, all are well appointed and luxurious. Go steady with all the optional extras. As it's this kind of small lineup, it is easy to get your face around the 3 different versions with the GLS. Standard Mercedes-Benz GLS SUV equipment. Kicking away from the range would be the GLS AMG line, of version that may suit most buyers' needs perfectly. It includes 21-inch AMG Fivot spoke alloy wheels, Airmatic adaptive air suspension, AMG body kit with running boards, LED headlights with automatic main beam, keyless entry and starting, electrically operated tailgate, panoramic electric glass sunroof, darkened privacy glass for rear windows, automatic parking function and 360-degree camera package, lane tracking package with blind spot assist and lane keeping assist, Mercedes-Benz logo puddle lights beaming down from your door mirrors, variable driving modes, command multimedia system with Sadnov Harman Kardon Logic 7 multi-channel audio system, electrically adjustable front seats with memory function, electrically folding second and third row seats, multi-zone climate control for that aircon, ambient lighting in the range of colors. Adding compared to that ensemble could be the Grand Edition, which features 21-inch AMG multi-spoke alloy wheels, active curve system to stop the vehicle leaning as often in corners, soft closing doors, Designo interior with diamond stitch pattern, leather cooled and heated front seats with massage function, heated tire climate control function for third row passengers, electric blinds for the rear doors. Topping the range could be the Mercedes AMG GLS 63, that adds two-tone finish for alloy wheels, upgraded AMG body kit, high-performance braking system, sports exhaust, AMG specific front seats, leader, front seats, instruments and mats, optional Mercedes-Benz GLS SUV extras. There's a raft of person options to tailor a new GLS more towards your taste, including wheels nearly 22 inches in diameter, special paints and bolder choices with the interior leather colors. What will work better are the optional bundles: driving assistance package, an extensive bundle of driving aids, including active blind spot assist, active brake assistant, active lane keeping assist, Distronic adaptive cruise control and pre-safe plus anticipatory braking and restraint system. Entertainment package, a pair of 8.0-inch display built into your back on the front seat headrests, with DVD player, a television tuner along with a pair of headphones. Night package, a selection of gloss black exterior details like the grille louvers, bumper inserts, door mirror housings, window surrounds, roof rails, alloy wheels and exhaust pipe tips. Off-road package, an off-road specific driving mode, underbody guards, a low-range gearbox and 3 more ride heights. Not been crash-tested by Euro NCAP. Nevertheless, it is an extremely safe SUV. Optional driving assistance pack available. Although the Mercedes-Benz GLS SUV hasn't been specifically crash-tested through the experts at Euro NCAP, the closely related but smaller GLE to use former guise because M-Class was awarded 5 stars in 2012. Nevertheless, with standard format 4-wheel drive along with an arsenal of ordinary safety equipment, it remains a secure car in order to transport approximately 7 adults. 9 airbags are part from the package, while a pop-up bonnet helps cushion pedestrians who will be unlucky enough being run down. There are various electronic systems to manipulate the brakes automatically and to quit the high-sided SUV suffering from crosswinds. We would also recommend spacing the optional driving assistance package described within the equipment section. How many ISOFIX points does the Mercedes-Benz GLS SUV have? Surprisingly, considering that there's space for 7 adults from the GLS, merely the outer 2 positions around the middle row of seats have ISOFIX Child C8 mounting points. Arguably these will be the most convenient, but an additional pair within the rear row would have been useful. Enormous bodywork, huge interior, plenty of room for 7 adults. Boot is plush but flexible. Not only will there be ample space for 7 adults inside Mercedes-Benz GLS, accessing all in the seats is easy as a result of an electrically folding middle row bench. Once constantly in place, there's another generous complement of storage cubbies, door bins and cup holders, meaning the plush cabin usually stays largely detritus-free. It's a roomy feeling interior, with deep side windows permitting great visibility, though the standard glass sunroof causes it to seem even airier. By typical standard, the GLS is definitely an enormous car. Nevertheless, it was designed using the North American market in your mind primarily. Unless your house is generously proportioned, you'll struggle to acquire it in a garage, while parking spaces will prove troublesome too. It's an extensive beast, as well like a long one. Also pay attention to its height. At 1.85 meters over 6 feet, some multi-story car parks may prove being out off bounds. With all 7 seats used, there's 295 liters of boot space available. While that's too few for all 7 occupants' luggage, it's still a place larger than most city cars can muster, so a weekly grocery shop should prove challenging to fit in there. Both third-row seats is usually lowered and raised individually with the touch of your button, as the 60 hours 40 minutes split middle row of seats may also tumble forwards electrically. In 5-seater mode there's a roomy 680 liters of boot space, along with a van-like 2,300 liters of plushly trimmed cargo bay is around when just the leading seats are wide-listed. Adding towards the convenience, the tailgate is additionally electrically operated.